Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome in. Welcome to episode number 36. Number 36 of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. This show was created as a safe space for cancer supporters and cancer survivors and cancer patients to come together to share their stories and connect, as well as find resources that provide healing, hope, and resilience. My name is Tim Sohn, a 15-year cancer survivor, host of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer, and a live streaming producer and coach for impact-focused nonprofits, businesses, and entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your patience. Please let us know where you are tuning in from around the world. We would love to know where you are joining us from. We want this to be an interactive conversation. So many of you join us from around the world, everywhere from the United States to Costa Rica to Canada to everywhere in between. So thank you so much for being here. Also, we encourage you to connect in the chat, and we so love when you do that. Before I introduce my incredible co-host and guest for tonight, I want to mention a few things. The first thing is the first ever Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer in-person event will be coming up on September 10th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And registration is now available to sign up as today. And I will be putting the link for that in the comments. And there is a post on my LinkedIn profile that you can check out as well that has more details over there. And there is a 30% early bird discount for a limited time. So definitely check that out. I would love to see you guys in person. It's going to be an incredible day where we can all show up, share our cancer stories in person, inspire each other, and connect in person. I know it's going to be an amazing day together. Also, I am looking for sponsors for the event. And I also want to let you know that we actually have a sponsor, the Pinky Swear Foundation. So I just want to play a brief video from the Pinky Swear Foundation so you can know more about them and the incredible work that they do for the families of children who have cancer.
It was amazing how quickly they got back to us and helped us with our mortgage, and we were so grateful to receive the orange envelope and to hear about Mitch's story and the gift card to help with gas and groceries and everything that we needed. And the whole time, we've continually, Pinky Swears reached out to us and offered fun activities for our family, and the holiday party was just amazing with all the presents for our family, and we've just been overwhelmed by kindness and generosity. It's been great.
So definitely check out pinkyswear.org and support the Pinky Swear Foundation however you can. And founded in 2003, the Pinky Swear Foundation is a national nonprofit passionately committed to helping children with cancer and their families with financial and emotional support. Also a reminder that starting on August 2nd, Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer, the live stream show, will be switching to 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I know some of you won't be able to make that time because of work or other responsibilities at that time. So I'll actually be rerunning the show at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so you guys can still show up if you'd like in the comments and interact with each other like you do each and every week. Or you can in the replay of the show instead, whatever your preference is. And Erica Campbell, who I'm so excited is going to be the official co-host, will be starting on August 2nd as well, which is actually the date of my daughter Megan's birthday, August 2nd. So shout out to Megan, shout out to Erica Campbell, shout out to Mark Kageyama, who is again the guest co-host tonight, and shout out to Nancy Barrows, who has also been doing an incredible job as guest co-host also. So what do you say? Should we bring Mark Kageyama on the screen so we can get this conversation started tonight? Let me know in the chat. I know the comments are blowing up already, so I'm going to bring Mark on. I know he's ready. I could see that big Mark smile. That Mark smile you could just see for miles. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's your week been going?
It's going fantastic. I want to compliment you for being as cool as a cucumber with all the things that we've been dealing with here. I mean, you really get to know a person when the pressure is on and the game's on the line, and they just come through with professionalism and ease, and that's what you just did. I mean, my hat's off to you. That was really incredible what you've been able to pull off.
Well, I appreciate that, Mark. I do, and your hat must be off because you're not wearing one. So
no, I'm not. I got my game head on.
Yes. So, Mark, who is our guest for tonight? I'm curious.
Our guest is. I am so honored to introduce this person, and I have to ask everyone: is everyone ready to smile and have a great time? And let's hear it in the comments, because you might even laugh. Who knows? And you might need some of Tim's puffs.
I've got them ready. I got the puffs ready.
Tonight's guest is a friend of mine. I am so honored to introduce her. She was diagnosed with uterine cancer in March of 2021. And she's here tonight to share her story about cancer. And I'd like to mention her name right now. It is Linda Sherman, and she is one of our moderators on Cancer Conquering Community on Thursday. And she is just a wonderful, wonderful person with a great heart. And I am so honored to introduce her, and I'm so honored to call her my friend. So why don't we bring Linda on?
Here we go. Hi, Linda.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Linda.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing extremely well. I thank you both. I am going to echo what Mark has said, because Tim, the calmness, the coolness that you have. Everyone, we had such a time getting on here tonight, and you would not know what went on behind the scenes, because Tim is just like flowing with as if nothing happened. Everything was just right, but it is going to all be right. So just
Yes.
an excellent host, and of course a wonderful co-host in Mark. So I thank you both, but yes, I'm doing wonderfully well.
Awesome.
Yes.
Are we ready to hit off the show?
Yes, definitely ready. Before we dive into the conversation, we want to thank everyone who is tuning in. James Patron is here. He's saying, how's Tim? And I'm going to say also, how's Mark? How's Linda? So thank you, James. James is a former guest on the show and a frequent viewer of the show and part of the perspectives on cancer community. So thank you for being here, James. Also, Bill Bradford is in the house. He says, good evening. Bill, where are you tonight? He lives in Pittsburgh, but oftentimes he is many other places from around the world or United States. And also, we want to know, guys, let us know where you're tuning in from. And we want to know, what is your perspective on cancer or your connection to cancer? Maybe you're a cancer survivor, or maybe someone in your family is a cancer survivor or has passed of cancer, or maybe you have some other connection. Let us know in the chat. We want to know. Richard is here. Welcome, Richard. He says, my mom is a leukemia survivor. Love you all.
Yes.
Welcome, Richard. Do you know Richard? Nobody knows Richard.
No.
Well, we know you now. Welcome, Richard.
Yes.
Shannon is here. She says, hey, everyone, tuning in from Maryland. Thank you for being here, Shannon. I had a great conversation with Shannon the other day. And she is an incredible nonprofit organization that helps the homeless in Baltimore. So
Wow.
Thank you for the incredible work that you do, Shannon. Our good friend is here. Thank you so much for being here from Costa Rica. Tom Tressler is here once again. Welcome. He's here from Cincinnati. So many of you guys are here. I love you guys. Katie is here. Welcome, Katie. So good to see you here. Melody is here. Rob House is here. Hey, Rob. Rob is he's many things, but he does freestyling. Do you guys know freestyle, like singing? He's a really talented freestyler. He did that as part of the Open Your Hearts and Wallets event. He's really good.
Cool.
So thank you everyone for being here. We really appreciate you all. Let us know as we go through the conversation what questions you have for Linda or Mark or myself. We'd love to answer your questions as we go through the conversation. But Mark, do you think we should get this conversation started? What do you think?
I do, but I just want to take a quick second to say hello to some people that are showing up. Dr. Janet Palmer.
Yeah.
I had a great conversation with her yesterday. And Melody,
Yes.
our friend Melody, Linda and Katie and Lihia, and all these people who've come to see you, Linda. So
yes.
Yeah, it's
Thank
really
you all
great.
for showing
Really
up.
great. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's kick this off. And I'll start off. Linda,
Yes.
you were diagnosed with uterine cancer back in March of 2021. What went through your mind when you received your diagnosis?
When on the day that I actually received my diagnosis, I was in total shock. I had always been super healthy, and basically the only thing I had ever gone to the hospital for was to have my 2 children. And so when I actually heard the words, it felt like it was a death sentence when I initially heard the words. Because when you hear cancer, the C word, everyone thinks that that's it. But after my husband literally broke down and cried, which he is not a crier by any nature at all, and I found myself comforting him, and then the both of us basically were determined that we were going to fight this. Whatever it took, we were going to fight this. And the sadness disappeared. And honestly, I knew at that moment that God had something he wanted me to do. He was trusting me with this test, this journey that I was getting ready to embark upon, so that I could in turn go around and help others. And that was so strong in my spirit at that time that it just continued to give me hope that I'm doing this for so many more down the road that I don't even know yet, that I am going to speak and encourage so many others as they go through this journey. And I just knew I was going to overcome this. I just knew it. So that was really that was the initial day, I should say. It was a collage of feelings that day. It was the highs and the lows all wrapped up into one. It was like the thunderstorm, and then the bright sunny sunshine, and then the hot weather, the snow came, everything all in one day. Um, but I just never thought I would actually hear those words literally. I really never thought I would hear that.
Thank you so much for sharing, Linda.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting. It's really interesting to hear people's different perspectives that have been diagnosed with cancer, because each person has their own perspective, right? Their own story.
True.
Like for me, I I was just in shock. I had no, I mean, lots of people in my family have had cancer before. All my grandparents passed of cancer. I currently have people in my family who are going through cancer. Um, but just like the unknown was like my initial reaction. Like what, I guess my initial reaction also after that was, what do we do now? Right. Just like searching for answers, asking questions. So thank you for sharing all of that.
Yeah. And I wanted to say when you just said
Yeah.
that, Tim, that in my family, like I didn't know anybody that had had cancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I had friends that had had cancer that I walked with, that I was supportive of, that I was getting literature and tapes and things like that to encourage them and to be there with them, never ever thinking that I myself would be in the same situation that they had been in. Um, it's just it's something that I don't really want anyone else to go through,
Yeah.
but it builds you as a person. It builds your faith. It builds how you view what is important in life. It's the words itself is not what I want for anybody, but what you get through it and after it is something that that just makes you, it forms you more into the person that I believe God wants us to be, because I believe we start to really care for others more. I
Yeah.
believe that we see life as so precious and we treat it as such. Um, I think we enjoy every moment as almost as like a new baby or a little child, how they just
Yeah.
have such wonder with the little things that we've seen all along. But after this, you yourself then begin to see the same things, and it's a beautiful thing when you can just look out and see the trees and the sunshine and hear the birds. Very simple things, but you appreciate them so much more. So I don't want to say it's been a good thing, but it's it has not been a bad thing, and it has not destroyed me, and it did not even really depress me.
Mark, do you want to jump in there at all?
No, I totally agree with. I love the way she expresses that because it has so much meaning to it, uh, and it really puts things into perspective. And um, you know, I've known Linda for months now, um, and I'm so happy to have come across her through Clubhouse and to have connected with her. And she is somebody who speaks from the heart, and what she says has great meaning. And I really appreciate Linda and what she brings to the table is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. She is a shining light in a dark room. She really is. And people, when we run our cancer conquering community on Thursday, it's always like, hey, is Linda here? Where's Linda? And so we always look forward to having her. And so for us here, to share Linda with everybody, it's just, I am so happy about that.
I just want
Yes.
everyone to know that I'm paying Mark to say all of these nice things. So I'm going to text him another statement to make in a little bit.
Yeah, I just got the last one a little while ago, so yeah, I appreciate
Very
that.
good.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, Linda, so many people are showing up to support you. Katie is saying God is using you in a big way, Linda. Amen.
Love you, Katie.
Melody is saying when you are told you might not live, it shows you that you want to live more fully.
So true. So true.
So powerful. Um, so Linda, so you shared with us about your, finding out that you had cancer and then what was going through your mind and kind of that aspect. But then what did you have to go through? What kind of treatments did you have to have? Just kind of share that piece of your journey with us, please.
So when I found out, they needed to find out what type of cancer I had. They knew it was uterine cancer, but they needed to find out if it was sarcoma or carcinoma. They had to get all of that. And so they sent off everything to Boston to get it. It took a while to get the information back due to a snowstorm and the pandemic combined. But once it came back, they thought that it was going to be a light one and that I would just need a few little treatments, and it would be gone, because basically they felt like I was extremely healthy and I was not exhibiting like a lot of pain and all of the other things, so they thought it was going to be light. But when it came back, it was a sarcoma that they said is um, more of an aggressive type. And the title of what I had, it was like one of the more aggressive types. And they said basically, if I did not have chemo, I would have 2 years, more likely a year to live. And the other
Oh,
thing was, once I had the chemo, that possibly it might not work. And if it did not work, that there would be nothing else that they could do. So they gave me all this information, like let's say today, and the chemo was going to start next Friday. It was like very quickly, where I didn't really have true time to process it, which in hindsight was probably a good thing, actually. Um,
right.
and so my treatment was chemotherapy. I had I'm gonna say, for mostly everybody on here that deals with cancer, you'll understand it was like 6 rounds, but it was 6 rounds of 2 sets. So actually, I had 12 treatments. And on each treatment, I had two different drugs that was in the at the infusion. Um, During it, I took it extremely well. I didn't really have side effects like people were saying. People were calling me, my friends and everything. And I was talking just like I'm talking now. I was cracking jokes. I was just having a good time. And everybody was like, Belinda, you sound like you have more energy than I do. And they were talking real low, just like that. And they were like, we're used to people that are going through this, to be like laying in bed and you can't get up. I'm like, I just finished shopping all day. I was like, after the infusion, I went to Whole Foods, I bought some stuff, I went to Target, I'm buying different things. And they're like, so you're not like in the bed, you're not laying down. And the voice always would go low, like, and I said, no, I'm not. And I was like, I said, do you want me to sound like that? Would that make you feel better? And so, I mean, I was okay. And even when I was going through the treatments, the nurses and everything, and like my whole team was one of the best teams. I'm so thankful that that was my doctor, my oncologist, and the team I had. But I would go in, I would talk to all of them. They knew I wanted, we all had like a TV and the remote. They knew I wanted the remote because I was looking at my game shows and I was like really into it. But I would be talking to everybody, and because it was the pandemic, because I heard before the pandemic, everybody sat like in rows next to each other all the way down. But in pandemic, everything was like separated because of that. And so I
Yes.
didn't really get to talk to the people as much. So I talked to the nurses. They would tell me about their families. We were talking about what we ate or what we cooked and just all of that. And it was, this is so crazy because it was an enjoyable time. Like I enjoyed the time that I spent there, but I was in an infusion with chemo. And I would spend about 3 hours there on each one of the times that I went. And when, like it was all over and it was time to go, and I'm like, bye, I'll see y'all next week. And they're like, well, we'll be here. Hopefully we get you next time. I was like, I hope so. If not, I'll say hi. Like we're like best friends. And so the chemo treatments didn't bother me. I had an infusion of potassium because my potassium levels were low one day. That was the only thing that bothered me because it burned like I've never felt anything else. And so I
Mm.
was pushing the little red button and I'm like, hey. And so they came over and I told them and they gave me some saline solution to like dilute it. And I'm like, thank you. But it was really, it's strange to say these things, but it was really a good experience for me because I've got to encourage so many other people.
Mm.
I didn't, I wanted people to see you can still be happy. You can still, be positive. You can still be nice to the nurses. Like,
Yeah.
because there were some people that were not nice to the nurses. Um, and I'm like, they're just doing a job and, they're trying to be here for us. So my thing in turn, I was trying to be there for them. Um, and I know one day somebody said, Linda, that's your job to do this. Like, because I was like, I don't want to take up all of their time and stuff. They're like, but that's what they get paid for. And so, but they were, I mean, everybody was so great. And like I said, midway through the whole um, treatments, which was like 4 months in, they went and I had to do the CAT scan and all of that to make sure that it was working because like they said if it was not working there was nothing else they could do. So I did the CAT scan and everything came back good and they like it was working, but I really thought it wasn't working because I wasn't having all these symptoms that all of my non-medical best friends were telling me that you having. So I was like because I'm not feeling any up, I'm not nauseous, I'm not in pain. So my oncologist, he said, don't listen to the pain. He said, everybody handles it, is working. Trust me. I,
Mm-hmm.
I just, finished. I told you, Tim, how long winded I go.
Oh
The
my
money part,
gosh. Oh my gosh.
money
But
question.
that's so amazing that you had such a good spirit about you that, you were uplifting other people. That's so great. And I just want to show two quick comments. I know Mark's going to get to our next question here. Ellen said, priorities, chemo will not stop me from shopping. Damn straight. And Dr. Janet said, I'm loving these comments. I would say this is my only time to pole dance and would walk around dancing with the infusion machine.
Yes.
So, Mark, would you please take the next question?
if I could control myself here, I'll be happy
I don't
to.
think any of us are going to be able to tonight.
I'd like to say this. I see so many familiar
Yes.
faces in the comments, so thank you everyone for chiming in. And I see
Yes.
Lance, how you doing, Lance? And
awesome. Yes.
so many people.
Thank you, Lance.
We appreciate everyone, so thank you.
Yes.
Linda, so what role has your family played in your cancer journey? You already mentioned your husband, but I know there's other people who are involved. So can you share that with us, please?
share that. Um, so I've shared this with Mark before, but I will say it again. Love me. That's never been a question. And I knew he loved when this, and he first heard, he broke down like I've seen him break down before, and like it was from his way he cried. Loves me, supported me all the way through. He's um
Linda,
yes.
who was it that cried? Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
Your husband.
Yes, stay with me the whole entire time, through every treatment, anything I needed. Play the little role like pregnant women do, but I didn't do that. I just really wanted. I asked for. He, without question, he was just really there. Have some of my moments of sadness, or um, he was there to comfort me. Um, and then my children, son and a daughter, both grown, really moved back home. She was living in. She moved back home, and cooking,
Your daughter moved back home?
cleaning. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
came back home, and she helped with the cooking, taking me to my appointment. My son went to almost that I had. Um, they were all so positive. I was going to beat this, and said, "Mommy, you got this. This is just and it's for you. It's a mindset about how you things, and that's all that this is differently afterwards." And he, mother, she wanted to get to um just and to support me through it, and she's in New York, and she was non-stop. My family was what I could have asked for, and I'm not even speaking of my friends and every family came through. Just were all so positive. I was just get through, and I started to feel any kind of way, and and they just continued. The love was there, the encouragement was there, and I appreciate it. Everything without 100% that I was loved. That's the one thing I knew.
That is so awesome. I mean, basically, Linda's told me the story about her family, and her family just stepped up, just like mine did. I mean, they knew that in my case that I needed help, and they stepped up, and they were there. And I know Linda's family did the same thing. So we're both so very fortunate that our family has supported us through our journey, and I know yours has too, Tim. And so, anybody going through difficult bouts with cancer, we can't do it by ourselves. It's just not physically possible, and so we have to rely on the people closest to us. And that's when you really find out a lot. You really find out, as Linda said, she was saying how much she is loved, and the same in my case, and I know the same in your case, Tim, as well. So that's so beautiful and so important, and it also strengthens the bond of family.
Yes.
When the chips are down, that they're going to step up, and you in turn do the same for them. So that is beautiful, Linda. Absolutely beautiful.
I
Tim,
wanted to say
Yeah,
one thing.
sure.
I looked at myself while I was going through the and of course all of that. But really look at my pictures so after I was, and I don't know what I was doing. I guess I was, and I my face, and so it was not like it was the it was a non-attractive person is what the pictures. And, and so one day I said, thank you so with me with the way that I, because he's a visual, some people auditory and kinesthetic, and I'm like, he had to look at and still love me, and so different look on his face, or but
Yeah,
he, no matter what I was looking to, it was not look back at it, and I'm like, said, ooh, Linda, like that, and I, I that you stayed with me, what I have gone on. I love you. See me, but still
yes.
stayed. So I had to add that on.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the addition, Linda. We appreciate it. And I just want to add on, Mark was saying how my family has been so supportive as well. And my sister Eileen was just on the show a few weeks ago with Mark guest hosting as well. And Eileen and my parents and extended family members as well were also so supportive and continue to be so supportive. Eileen, I remember Eileen was so when I was diagnosed in the hospital, she was asking lots of questions of the doctors and the nurses when they were exploring. I remember there was a clinical trial they wanted to put me on, and there was nobody that had been put on the clinical trial yet. And my sister was like, whoa, we're not doing that. No way. So, like Melody said down below, family support can be and is so important.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing all of that. Linda. So Linda, what has been the most encouraging for you during your cancer journey?
Encouraging for me, question the people. The people since I've gone through the journey have also had cancers journey that they've done a chronic illness. This group and so encouraging, so uplifting, so hopeful, and they no matter what what kind of illness, people, what others are going through, and they're to just to be there. And met, even in person, they had cancer. A lot of people, until you open, turn, respond with, or are facing one another, and then have met, like here on social media, um, the Conquering Community Clubhouse. There's a whole group of people that we're all dealing with the same forms, and we but I think I'm speaking for the group. We love never seeing each other in person or there. And honestly, I'm having a moment. I back channel somebody, and they would either pray for me, they would something for each other. Create life and appreciating life. We and appreciating breathing, waking up every day. And it's the most that I have encountered this whole journey. Team. I ran across any of these, gone through this journey myself. For that, it has been so encouraging. I look forward with my new group I have met, and I look forward. I look for conversations, and if any of them need anything, I'm there. There because we have to, and I think that's why we, and just listening a lot of each other, it tells me positive. We want to do things everybody else, and I've noticed that about you of us. We want to we want to be a support to others, whatever we might be facing. Encouraging, yes. Was that too long?
Yes. No, that was so good. And also, I just want to thank everyone who's here. We're here on Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer with Linda Sherman, who's a uterine cancer survivor, and she's sharing her story with us tonight. And so many people are tuning in from around the world. Marielle is here. She says, "You look fabulous, Linda. Blessings, health, and long life for you." And Ellen is talking about, we were just talking about people, and she says, "The medicine is just one part of the treatment plan. The support of family and friends is another. The two work together." Mic drop from Ellen.
Totally agree.
Yes. And Ashok is here. Hi, Ashok. Ashok was just in Italy for the wedding of his daughter. So welcome. Congratulations to your daughter.
Congratulations, Ashok.
And
it's so nice to have you back.
Yes, welcome. And Melody says family support can be very important. Yes, thank you all who are here. We appreciate you all so much. Mark, you're on.
I just want to kind of, I know exactly what Linda just said, even though it was broken up. She was talking about the cancer conquering community. This morning, I'm going to share a little bit of a story. This morning, I go walking on my hill. Could be in the morning, could be in the evening, depends on whenever I have time. But this morning, I went outside. It must have been about 8 o'clock, and I started walking. And I live in the hills, and I never did this before, but I looked up we have a big hill in back of our house, and I started looking up at that hill, and I thought to myself, you know what? That hill, that mountain is like cancer. It's like looking as a cancer patient, it's like looking, when you get your diagnosis, you look at that big mountain and you look at it and like, wow, that thing is so big. And how do I get to the top, by myself?
Mm-hmm.
And when you have groups like the group you've established here, Tim, showing up, perspectives on cancer, also with our cancer conquering community, we're doing this journey together, and we're saying, hey, you don't have to do it by yourself. We're going to support you, and we're going to do it together. And so I started looking at that mountain again,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, this is just like what we're dealing with every day. We go into these various things like what you have in Cancer Conquering Community, and we go in there as one person.
Right.
But then when we get in there, we're a family. Everybody is pulling in the same direction, and so that's such a beautiful thing, to do the journey as a team together. And I started thinking, I thought, isn't there a song about that? And I said, yeah, there is. It's Ain't
Are you
No
going to sing for
Mountain.
us, Mark?
Pardon me?
Are you going to sing for us?
No, Linda is. Linda's a singer. And I started thinking about that song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. And ain't no valley low enough. And so I thought, wow, that is, and that's something I walk by every single day. And so I just wanted to share that, because that is what came to my mind, and because I knew that we were gonna do.
That's the closest we're going to get to singing tonight.
What? I don't know. We got Linda here.
Oh, maybe
Anyway,
Linda's going to sing for us.
Anyway, Linda, comedy and dancing are two of your favorite things. Would you share with the group your thoughts on those two subjects?
Has really pulled me through. Not really a type person. I like romantic type. But I be at comedies. The movie, it could be a romantic comedy, which I really grab, and I'm laughing. I laugh. I like to laugh at the floor, or like almost go to the bathroom. I like to laugh that much, and it makes me feel so feel good. What makes me is when there's some music on, to dance. I don't care if I'm at church. They all know. Dance with some music at I love it. Whatever situation I'm in, good. It makes me, and I began to sing more with whatever it is, and I actually just take myself away from of the day, and just and I put on a song, and it's like a sin. Oh, I'm running up. I'm like, oh, wait, up there. I'm doing the same thing, and this. I've been to parties. They're like, Linda, yes, I didn't come to sit. I want to get up here all night. And then by that time, my feet might even dance until I get home. I love it. I could go back. I could be a dancer. Me so much joy. Those two things, no matter what else is happening, makes me happy, and it gets and ain't high enough, valley low enough. Hopefully, I was breaking up.
You were
Yeah.
breaking up, but I'll tell you this much. She could really sing. She's got a great voice. So
I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness, Linda. You have such a great voice. Such a great voice.
Long as I was.
I would love it if you would share more about the Cancer Conquering community. How can people find the Cancer Conquering community? It's on Thursdays at noon Eastern time. Is that right?
That is right. It's every Thursday. The Clubhouse app. And you would just put in Cancer Conquering community words, and you would eventually community, and then you join. And if you come in on around noon Eastern time, all of the Clubhouse rooms set up in at the time, and you just click in, and you become a part of a group of people that you even know that they're there for you. It's just a wonderful free Thursday. There's not a
it can I add something
Go
to
ahead,
that?
Mark.
Um, it's to go over it. It's on the Clubhouse app, and if anybody needs help with it, you can message myself or Linda or Katie or Melody, and it's every Thursday at 9 Pacific, 12 Eastern on the Clubhouse app, and we never know what's going to happen. You know, we go in as an individual, but we come into a room and we're part of a group, and this group is just amazing, absolutely amazing. I never know. I always look forward to it because I never know what's going to happen, what's going to transpire, and we go on this journey every Thursday, and it's just so amazing. And every Thursday after it's over, it's like, wow, how did that happen? And then in addition to the Thursday, once a month, we just had one. Once a month, we do a monthly Zoom call with the group as well. And that's really, really great. We just had it this past Sunday. We've changed the time. It was on Friday. Now it's going to be the second Saturday of the month. And so anybody who wants to come on in, you're more than welcome. In fact, there are people, we're kind of mixing the groups almost, and there's a lot of people going to both things, and it's a lot of fun. We really enjoy it. And we consider it to be, people come in, we consider them to be family. And so that's the wonderful thing about that. And so, yeah, thank you, Linda, for being such a big part of the room. And I'm so glad that we connected to begin with, because it's just been an honor and a pleasure to know you. You are just a wonderful, wonderful person, and I just love you. I absolutely love you.
And I want to say, this platform, I feel the love. I feel the love that's in here, and I will definitely be back. It's
Good.
I mean, it's a warmth that I it's not like something you just say only feel that. I feel the love, I feel the support from the I love you all.
We love you too, Linda.
And Tim, thank you for taking a chance because you didn't know what I was going to do. So thank you.
Well, Mark recommended you, and I trust Mark. So thank you, Mark, for recommending Linda. Linda has been an amazing guest on the show, and I'm sure all of our viewers agree. Our people commenting are. Lehia is saying, I am honored to be with all of you in this group, Mark. Melody is saying, we love you too, Linda. Lehia is saying, you are such a blessing, Linda. Marielle is saying, we need a concert with Linda and you guys. Do you guys play the instruments? No?
No.
I play the piano and the organ.
Do you really?
Yeah, I play at my church.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, every weekend.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
I love it.
We have a room with that. We just listen.
Yeah, we all need to be in person.
Yeah, Linda just volunteered to be the lead singer there, Tim.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, Linda, thank you so much for being on the show and sharing your story.
Thank you.
Mark, do you have any parting words? I know you always have parting words.
Yes, I do. Our guest next week is Enrico Mastriani. Did I say that right? Mastroianni.
Yes.
And he was a candidate for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Man of the Year philanthropic competition here in Northeast Pennsylvania and won the 2022 Community Involvement Award. So let's all show up next week to support Enrico and each other as well. And that's what it's all about, supporting each other. And we all want to let's keep making this world a better place. And I think this here is a great start, because let's face it, the world out there right now is crazy. There's so much craziness going on, and we need to go back to our roots and sharing with what we share is so important, and connecting with people and respecting people and loving people, showing compassion. One of Ashok's big things is empathy. And if we have empathy towards our fellow man and appreciate and respect their opinions, that'll go a long way to help make this world a place we all want to be in. The only way this world is going to get better is if we do our part to help make it better. So that's what I always like to share with all my my videos and everything like that. Let's make this earth a better place to live. So thank you so much, Tim. It's been an honor. Thank you, Linda. I love you, and I just really, really appreciate you. And yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Linda. I'm really looking forward to Enrico being on next week. He was one of the people here in Northeast Pennsylvania who was also a candidate for the philanthropic competition for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society Man and Woman of the Year. So I got to meet him in person at some events and the grand finale, and he has a beautiful family, and it was great to meet him in person. So I'm really looking forward to the conversation next week on the show. So thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mark, again, for being an incredible guest co-host.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate the opportunity. I really do. Anytime I have a chance to talk about cancer and to spread awareness and hopefully help one person, it's all worth it.
Absolutely. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. We're going to go out the same way that we came in, and maybe you want to do a little dancing behind the scenes. I know I'm going to as well. Here we go.
Absolutely.